Pokemon Ruby 2 has been in development for 1 full year now, and in this video we're going to go over the progress of where we're at and how close we are to finishing. I first off wanted to apologize for the fact that Ruby 2 is taking much longer than anticipated, because my original goal was to have this ROM hack released by the end of 2025. I'm still getting non-stop comments about when this hack will be finished, and I still don't have an answer for you, but I'm hoping it'll be ready in just a few more months. The scope and vision of Ruby 2 has been largely expanded since the beginning of the project, with lots of new features I originally never planned on doing. Also understand, due to my full-time job and personal life, I don't have much free time to work on Ruby 2 compared to when I started it, so please continue to be patient for now. In this video, we'll go over the progress of Pokemon Ruby 2's mapping, scripting, and gameplay. Also, thanks to all of our awesome YouTube channel members for making this video possible. Pokemon Ruby 2's mapping is almost fully complete. I'd say we're at about 90% or more finished with the mapping, as lately I've been finishing up Mount Chimney where the climax of the game's story will take place. I also recently made some really cool changes to Slateport City, as the whole area is covered in sand, which showcases some of the decline of Hoenn's vegetation since the effects of Groudon's calamity. To add some more lore to the story, I even included this small Kyogre statue here, maybe built by someone hoping Kyogre can return to reverse the effects that devastated Hoenn. In the shipyard, we have many unfinished ships because no one wants to purchase boats when Hoenn's nearby ocean is covered in rocky obstacles, making it difficult to travel in the water. Other map edits include the water routes near Moss Deep City, which are now covered in islands that are connected by bridges, so you can explore this area without the need of surf. The brand new Route 135 that connects Mount Pyre to Sootopolis City has also been completed, and this is one of my favorite new maps I've made. Route 135 shows the gradual change of elevation from Mount Pyre, which was once at ocean level. Since Sootopolis erupted, it made all this now mountainous terrain surrounding this area, which was once dominated by the sea. There's tons of other small map updates I've made to areas I've previously worked on, and I'll continue to make these small edits like these to polish the game a bit more. Up next is scripting. Scripting includes the cutscenes of the main story, along with all the useful NPCs that give you items or are move tutors. Scripting is something that isn't too difficult for me now that I have lots of experience with ROM hacking using Hexmaniac Advance, but it can still be very time consuming to make it do exactly what you want. For example, this Team Magma cutscene on top of Mount Pyre contains 890 lines of scripting, all of which I started from scratch. As far as the scripting progress goes, I'd say we're about 65% or so done with it, as I still have to finish the main story and fill the region with useful NPCs. For example, I have a new NPC that replaced the Berry Master, and he'll give you lots of useful berries, and you can still visit him daily, just like the original game. The department store in Lily Cove City has been abandoned since the city has become run down, and now the lottery feature has been moved inside the Pokemon Center at Lily Cove. Once the main story and these useful NPCs are added, I also want to add post-game content such as static legendary encounters as well as a post-game battle facility. This content will all add so much to the depth of the Ruby 2 experience, but it's very time consuming to add all these things. Now that you've made it this far into the video, let's go ahead and rip a Phantasmal Flames booster pack. Finally, I'm gonna group the gameplay, visual graphics, and music all in the final category of our progress update. I would say similar to scripting, this progress is around 60% because I still have to work with the trainers and their Pokemon teams, all the wild encounters, graphics like in-battle sprites and overworld, as well as custom music. The trainers and their Pokemon aren't at all hard to edit, but most of the time will be spent with my beta testing team on Discord discussing the balance of gameplay like the difficulty and level curve. Ruby 2 is not going to be a challenge ROM hack in any way, but I still want it slightly more difficult than the original games, as it is designed for veteran Pokemon players. Ruby 2 is going to have a much more casual feel of gameplay to it, but of course feel free to do your own Nuzlockes or challenges as you wish. I have most of the teams for boss battles, gym leaders, and Elite Four members planned out, but it will be a while before I finish their levels and movesets for it to be balanced for the main story. Now we'll talk about the graphics. If you haven't noticed already, our main character overworld sprites have been very much polished up thanks to one of our Discord members, Fluttershy smoking a bong. What kind of a username is that? Anyways, our male and female characters look great in the overworld, and here you can see the differences from what we initially had. Like I've mentioned in previous videos, I also want battle sprites of our Pokemon to feel like the Gen 3 art style in terms of the colors and shading. If any of you are interested in helping with that, please let me know on the Crazy Kingdom Discord server. There's a few more sprites I would like cleaned up. I could also use some help with our main character back sprites in battle, as well as their image on the trainer card. There's even some new tile set changes I'd like to show as well, but I don't want to spoil these areas before the release. Now, if you're subscribed to my channel, you've probably seen the new music tracks I've been uploading recently. My new favorite one is for Fall Arbor Woods, which is based on Dark Crater from the Mystery Dungeon games, and I just changed a few instruments to fit Emerald's sound font. Take a listen to it. The Corfish Tavern theme is also new, and it's based on the Pokemart theme from Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, also with some instruments changed. There's a few other tracks from Pinball Ruby Sapphire too, because they are very similar to the sound font that Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald use. This is the new music for Mount Chimney. So with this progress update, is it near what you guys expected, or is it a little bit behind? Feel free to let me know down in the comments. Please understand, Ruby 2 will eventually come out, but I don't want to release it until it's the highest quality ROM hack I can make it be. As I mentioned before, if you're experienced with Pokemon sprites or music editing, please let me know in the Crazy Kingdom Discord if you want to contribute. It will definitely make the progress of finishing this ROM hack much quicker. 2026 will be an awesome year for our channel because after Ruby 2, I have 2 more ROM hacks I plan on working on, one of which will be Sapphire 2. Don't let the hype train die down just yet because Ruby 2 will be worth the wait. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.